All right, my craft room has gotten completely out of control. Instead of putting things away, I've just been stacking things. So the time has come to declutter my craft room. Hopefully once and for all.
It all just goes away. The things I plan to say. Oh, baby.
Hello, my crafty friends. It's me, Lisa, the DIY Diva. Welcome back to my craft room, and we have not been in here for quite some time. Or I should say, I haven't brought you in here for quite some time, but part of the reason for that is because my craft room has become a cluttered mess. Yeah, I'm a little bit embarrassed to show you what's going on in my craft room, but at the same time, this is something that I really need to do. I need to declutter this space so that I can come back in here and get my creativity flowing again. My creativity is all up in here, but when I come into my craft room and it's a little bit of a hot mess, it kind of puts a kibosh on the whole creative purpose because I'm so busy focusing on everything else in this room. It's pretty out of control. And recently I've been watching a lot of organization videos, organization types of videos, and I think my new favorite YouTube channel to watch is Clutter. She is so inspiring, and I felt inspired by watching a video she made about 11 months ago when they had purchased a new home and they were in the process of getting their house ready to sell. And she brought up a really interesting way to look at decluttering and a technique that you could use. And I wanted to try that technique and see how much I can declutter out of my craft room. When she was doing it, she was able to declutter 2,000 items in a weekend. I don't know if I'll be able to get to 2,000 items out of my craft room. I hope not, but I am going to see how much of this clutter that I can get rid of. I don't need all of this stuff. Some of it, yes, I do need for projects and for videos and things that I'm making, but all of it, there's a lot of things. I'm looking around the room right now and going, I don't need that, I don't need that, don't need that. There are a lot of things that I can donate to like Goodwill or the ARC Thrift Center, and then there's just some stuff that's probably a little bit of trash too. There's a lot of things that I'm going to go through in here. This might take a while, but I think it's really going to be worth it in the end. I will leave a link to the Clutterbug video that I'm referring to. That is this technique that I'm going to be using to declutter my craft room. But let me tell you what it is. It's actually pretty genius and simple all at the same time. The decluttering technique that I'm going to be using is I'm thinking about, like, if we were getting ready to move, what would I not want to pack up into a box and pay somebody to move to my new house? Now, we're not moving, we're not going anywhere, but we have been spending a lot of time going through things and getting rid of a lot of the clutter and all of the stuff that has kind of like taken over our lives. And the Clutterbug has inspired me to really get a handle on the clutter and not let the clutter run my life, because it's my life. It's not my clutter's life, right? Right. Okay, so I am going to see how many things I can declutter out of my craft room by pretending. I love to pretend. I do this all the time. By pretending that we're getting ready to sell our house and I don't want to pay someone to move clutter, and I don't want to take clutter with me when we move. So I might as well get rid of it now and not have it weighing me down. Even though this is a little bit hard for me to share, I am going to share it with you in hopes that maybe I can help you to take the plunge and tackle the clutter in your own craft room or in any room of your house for that matter. And I think I'm going to start with something easy, which is the bookshelves. Now the bookshelves, they're not horrible on the top shelves because this is the area that I typically have for people to see when I'm doing talking head videos. And I want to make sure it looks nice and tidy for my video. But the rest of the bookshelf is pretty much a mess. I have so much stuff piled up that it's really kind of overtaking the space, and I want to take hold of the reins of the clutter and make it my space again. So I'm going to start with this area, and I'm going to section out into different piles. Things that I'm going to throw away, things that I can donate, and then things that I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to let go of yet. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'm going to give it a try. and we'll see how it goes.
All right, so I started off with my bookshelf. And the reason I started with the bookshelf is I thought this would be relatively easy, especially because the top shelves are pretty much set up. So there wasn't a lot on the top shelves that I needed to really declutter. I do like to use the upper shelves for my completed projects, especially when I'm having a talking head type video. It wasn't until I got to the lower shelves that I really had to think about things when I was removing them from the shelves. My craft supplies have been multiplying, so my craft supplies were ending up on the upper shelves of the bookshelves in my craft room. And the entire decluttering process, well, it was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. I had a lot of different emotions going through my brain while I was sorting through all of these things. And partially, I was a little bit mad with myself for having so much stuff. I know I don't need all of these things. And yes, I'm sure that I could use them eventually, but seeing them piling up on the shelves and all around me in my craft room was actually causing a lot of anxiety. So having the motivation to go into the craft room and just go through everything really made a big difference. The decluttering process took 2 entire days. Yes, an entire weekend to declutter my craft room, but the end result was so worth it because I feel like I've been freed a little bit. And I found some really helpful storage items so that I can store smaller items together. I got these big containers at Michael's and they were on sale. I think they were like $14.99. And they were completely worth it. I am going to talk more about those in my next video. And if you don't want to miss my next video, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you hit the bell notification, you'll get an alert when my next video comes out. So moving on to the flowers, I think you can see I have a laundry basket on top of my bookshelf, and these actually work really well for storing artificial flowers. I can push the flowers into the open areas. There's actually another laundry basket on the corner there that's already covered. And usually when I'm working on crafts, you can see that black bar, that's where I attach my camera, so it's an overhead shot. But I put all of my supplies all around the silicone mat so they're not in the view of the camera for when I make videos. But all of my supplies do need to have a home, so I tidied up my craft desk. And when I was done tidying it, I used a little bit of Goof Off and just cleaned the surface. Now I'm moving on to the closet, and the top of the closet has really become a catch-all. I've just been balancing things up there, boxes that I'm not really sure what's inside of them, and lots of Dollar Tree planters and different types of planters and glassware that I want to use for upcoming projects. There's Easter stuff up there. And this basket has all kinds of random things that I do need to go through. And in those boxes, oh my goodness, I had more flowers. I cannot believe how many flowers I have. Oh, so many flowers. So once I kind of went through everything in my craft room, then I started putting things into bags. Some of the bags are things that are trash, some are that I'm going to donate, and then out in my loft area, I have items that I wasn't sure if I was going to be keeping or not. And while this was a very emotional process of decluttering everything, I think the hardest thing for me was that counting everything up, I actually did reach 1,000 items that I removed from my craft room. I could not believe it. And then I go back and watch the Clutter Bug video, and she removed 2,000 items from her entire house. And I had 1,000 items that were unnecessary in my craft room. That is just crazy to me.
So my craft room is cleaned out. Not necessarily cleaned out, but decluttered. Definitely decluttered. I still have a lot of craft supplies, as you can see. I can't believe how many flowers I have. So I have a lot of floral crafting that I really need to get done. And I have already started putting in some organizers, which I'm going to share with you in the next video. I cannot believe what a difference. This was definitely not easy to do, not just because there was so much stuff that I had to declutter, but because it was emotional to get rid of so much stuff. So there are over 1,000 things that I was able to clear out of this craft room. I know that's a lot. I know most people probably don't have that many craft supplies, but I did. I make videos. I've got to have a lot of stuff ready to go. It's definitely better than what it was, and everything is organized, and it actually makes me really excited to get back into my craft room and start crafting again.
So let's go back and look at the before. This was my craft room before. And yes, this was not staged. This is what my craft room looked like. And please don't hate on me for the way everything was in my craft room. And sometimes I just ignore the mess, and that's bad, I know. Especially watching this video, it's actually really hard. There's just so much stuff in there. However, all of my hard work for 2 whole days was worth it. Because this is the end result. So this is the first step of my craft room clean out. I think you can see there are a lot of storage containers, and again, I'm going to talk about those in my next video, but everything has a home in my craft room now. I do want to get rid of those blue bins because I can't see what's inside of them. I want to be able to see what's inside of them. And even my little storage cart, my craft cart, which is right next to my desk. The top of the closet looks much better. There's a lot more space, but there's a lot of unused space. And again, that's an area that I want to really utilize that space because I can put some storage up there and have more areas to store things. So it's out of the way, but it's still neat and tidy. So now when I'm doing my crafting, this is going to be the view that I have, which yes, there is a lot of stuff still there, but this is a lot neater and tidier than it was, and I feel a lot better about this space. All of the little cubies in my craft desk have been organized. I'm just waiting to show you a few more things when I do the whole organization part. With my craft desk, I have 3 different sides that I can store things. And I really like these clear acrylic containers. It makes it easy to see what's inside. And they're a good size for these cubes. So definitely a work in progress, but it's getting there, and it is a lot better than where I started. And hopefully someone will be able to use all of the craft supplies and different items that I donated to Goodwill. I think I probably gave them a lot of stock for the craft section of their store.
All right, so my craft room is now clean, but this weekend I mainly focused on decluttering it. So just trying to
get this space so that I can use it. And you can see behind me, I'm already using it and I've already got some organization things in place, but I'm gonna save that for another video because I really want to break down organizing my craft room so that I can use it and really utilize this space to the best of my ability. My craft room was a disaster and I just kept buying stuff, and it was a little bit tough because I actually found things that I had purchased a long time ago, but I couldn't see them because they were shoved or stuffed into different bins. So my goal is to keep this space like it is, nice and fresh and clean, so that I can use it for crafting and not have to be spending so much time looking for stuff. Because if I'm spending all of my time looking for different components for the crafting, it doesn't make it very much fun. Crafting is more fun if you can find things, right? Right. And this is what it is. This is what my craft room is like. Yes, I have lots of crafting supplies, but I'm in a position that I need lots of crafting supplies. I don't want to just be a shopper. I want to be a crafter. And I want to show you how easy you can make your own DIY crafts, your own DIY decor, things that you can actually use in your home. So now that the decluttering process is done, the next step is going to be organizing. And if you like today's video, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Just click it. Go ahead, click it. And if you click the bell notification that's next to it, you'll get an alert every time I have a new video coming out. So I would love it if you would take a moment, subscribe to my channel, and come back for my next video where I'm going to show you some different organization tips. And I want to show you some really interesting ways to create storage in your craft room. And if you enjoyed today's video, here are 2 videos that I think you might like as well.